Good afternoon. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the city of Houston, and it is rodeo season. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I hope you like my channel. Subscribe to my channel because every like, every subscription helps me become a better creator as I venture off into my own journey personally with fragrance. And I haven't did a video in quite a while. I did a couple of videos, but I did not like how it inputted, so I deleted them. So I'm doing a video today just to talk about what I've been wearing so far. And so, yeah, let's just get started and see what I come up with. So today, of course, is Sunday. And it's been an enjoyable day, just relaxing, enjoying everything there is to come about with another week of spring break here in the state of Texas. Some districts was last week, other districts was this week. So today starts the beginning of spring break for a lot of districts in the Houston area. This is the last week of rodeo, which I am so excited. I live right across the street from NRG Stadium, and oh my God, traffic has been a nightmare, and we're getting all of an influx of spring breakers coming to Houston, trying to get the vibe. It's rough out here. If you are a native Houstonian, you know that's not, I mean, yes, there's some stuff to do, but don't let these out-of-towners and these spring breakers fool y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm a native. Been here all of my life. I am 50 years old. And we do have a few cool places here in the city and the surrounding area where you can come and enjoy having a great time and spending time with family. But don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, today's fragrance that I wore today was Aria by the House of Dubai. Let me just try to see if I can focus. There it is. This is Aria. This is a vanilla rose fragrance, primarily vanilla. This is more geared towards the feminine palette. And if you are not aware with Dubai fragrances, it started by a YouTuber by the name of Curly Fragrance. I think that's right. And she created her introductory line, which consists of Aria, another one called Infinity, and then the male fragrance, which is called Himeros. But all three does run unisex. These fragrances has been aged for 35 months. That's almost 3 years. And so these fragrances is very strong, very potent. Each one has their own note of oud, but it's how it's blended. It's very, very unique, and you have to kind of get the fragrance itself to experience it. Now, the key thing is, because this is in the UAE, and that is the United Arab Emirates, United Arab Emirates, you will have to pay a tariff cost to get these fragrances. Now, I'm not knocking the brand because that is something here in the United States. If you are here, we're very much aware that anything that we buy overseas, we do have to pay a tariff tax. So when I did the video before, I did mention that this is nothing negative towards the company. I just cannot buy another fragrance from this house and I got to pay a tariff tax. That's the only thing I said. So when she saw the my review of it, she, messaged me and let me know, which I appreciate the customer service aspect of it. But again, it is not against the fragrance house. It is not against this particular fragrance. It is just because I'm living here in the States, so we are aware you do have to pay a tariff tax. I ended up paying $30. I got Aria as well as Infinity. in the mail, but I did have to pay a $30 tax. That's what the cost is for here, specifically in Houston, Texas. So I know the tariff costs vary depending on where you stay. So before you purchase a fragrance from this house, please look in to see how much the tariff tax is going to cost you, because I'm telling you right now, I ended up, I purchased it during the holidays, which was like, I think I bought one and got one free, so I spent $250 for two. So the girl math was mathing for me, so I went on ahead and purchased them, and the fragrance house did not disappoint. Now it's advertised that it can last all day on the skin. Now, I'm just speaking from my own experience, not for anybody else. It does not last on my skin all day. I mean, not 24 hours. Pretty much, I can see maybe 8 hours on my skin chemistry. It lasts around that time. It is now, I want to say it's almost 5. Almost, yeah. 5 minutes to 5. And I can honestly say that does last 8 hours on the skin. That's against my skin chemistry, but this is vanilla. It is oud. It does have rose in it, but this is more vanilla oud base. So it is specifically targeting the female palette, but a man can definitely wear this fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. I sprayed it pretty heavy on my skin, all over my skin today, because that's the only thing I wore today. I did not layer it with anything because I like to layer. But if I would to layer, I would actually, I do have something I could layer it with, which would have been Vanilla Dream. And this is by Desert Folk. Right now, Desert Folk is on hiatus. And you know why they're on hiatus? Because they had a decent sale. And then it was like, I mean, most of the prices I saw was like $30. And it is based here in the state of Texas, specifically in Dallas. They've been on hiatus for a minute. And they gotten like a huge order of stuff. And so they haven't come back in the scenes yet. I'm still waiting. I stopped using it because as you see here, I'm not going to say a dent. I'm just going to say you see the work I've put in it so far, but this is Vanilla Dream. It is a pretty vanilla fragrance. It's not overly sweet. It would complement very well with Aria because Aria also is a little sweet, but not overly sweet. So I think these two would pair very nicely together. But Desert Folk, y'all need to come back because I love your fragrances. And I think if I remember, my memory serves me correctly, I was one of the few content creators that talked about you at, y'all need to come back. I'm just saying, come back because I'm so ready. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I'm just saying. But this is what I came to talk about, which is Aria. This is the fragrance I wore today. But if I were to layer her, I would have layered her with Vanilla Dream, and then I would have paired it with Toasted Vanilla by Mahogany Dream Skincare. But I didn't wake up till 9:30 today. And I was supposed to be at church for 10 for Bible study. Sunday school. So I didn't put no oil on. I just sprayed her, got dressed, got my butt to service because I was running late. But yeah, she is a very beautiful fragrance. And so I can't stop talking about it. But yes, I just want y'all to be aware. Like I said, this is nothing ill regard towards the company. It is due to the tariff cost. So I'm just giving you fair warning. If you do purchase from this fragrance house, please be mindful you have to pay the tariff cost. So that was that. Now last week, this is TMI, but I was with my man the whole weekend. Saturday night, all the way into Sunday morning and half of the day. I was with him. And when you're intimate with your partner and you got his scent all over you, the first thing you want to do is get in the shower to wash that off. But sometimes you just want to embody the odor. It's not an odor, but embody his scent, embody what he's all about. And so, yeah, I was late to church that morning because he decided he wanted to spend more time with me. And yeah, I was running late to church. So, and his scent was all over my body. So, but I said, oh no, not today. I'm just going to spray this little bad boy here on. Yeah, y'all, you see the name. You see the name. You see the name. That's what I put on to cover. So it is a musky, animalistic scent. Ooh, baby, it says. I mean, it's sexy in a bottle. When you are with your man and you feeling yourself. Yeah, but see, I was feeling myself, but I was also late going to church. So I said, well, let me just spray this on. Hopefully I don't throw nobody off. It's my business anyway. But yeah, it by Charlotte Tilbury. And not Tilbury, but Tilbury. And it is more SEX. I put this on top of, that's all I wore last Sunday when I was with, after my man left, because my man had things to do later on in the day, and I said, oh, let me get my butt to church. So I sprayed this on. And a couple of people looked at me kind of funny, but I was like, I hope y'all smelling the fragrance and not my man. I'm just saying. But yeah, animalistic. That's all I can say is animalistic. I think it's normally priced, I want to say $135, $145. It may have changed since then, but if it is, I'm going to put the price up there. Would I buy a bigger bottle? Maybe, but maybe just a 1.7 ounce bottle, because I like to keep it just for those kind of instances. Like I said, that last Sunday. Yeah. Because you know when you're with your partner and you have that glow and then you have the scent of him and you together, that's what this reminds me of. So I sprayed it on and it kind of masked it very beautifully. But I can tell you right now, when I went to church that Sunday, my church members, like my pastor's wife, looked at me funny. She gave me a hug, but she was like, "Is Miss, you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just trying to get here." And didn't tell her why, but I mean, I know why, but you know, she probably knew why when she smelled me, but I'm pretty sure she smelled this, hopefully. But like I said, this was a TMI moment and I had to, but this is what I wore when I had my TMI moment. And then the week before that, I talked about, hold on. I wore, actually, I got a travel, I found a travel size at Marshall's. And normally, you know, Marshall's, when they pull out their good fragrances, you know they got them locked up. But this one, which is Black Tulip by Nest, was not locked up. I found this, it was near the perfume section, but it was just hanging out somewhere. I guess somebody looked at it, smelled it, probably thought it wasn't for them, and put it back. But baby, I pulled this out, and I smelled it, and I said, "Oh, you coming home with me." This is exactly what tulips, probably a hint of hibiscus, vanilla, musk. This is a nighttime fragrance. It does give off the vibe of, you know, being out with your significant other. It's so beautiful. I tried to look it up because I liked it that much, and it's nowhere to be found with the exception of the Nest website. So, I don't know if I want to buy on the Nest website. If I can find it for a cheaper amount, I would do that, but I might have to savor this because this was a beautiful fragrance on my skin. It is preferably at night. I wore it in the daytime, like I said, at church. And then I paired it with Harlem Nights by Chris Collins. Like I've talked about this fragrance before. Harlem Nights is a nighttime fragrance, date night appropriate. Like if you're going to the club or going to a jazz club with your partner, this will be perfect for that. It does not mesh well with what I do on a daily basis. I work home 100% of the time, so pretty much I am wearing my fragrances at home. When I'm running a few errands, which is going to the grocery store, going to get my sea moss, maybe spending time with family, I don't really go out. And because my boyfriend works on the weekends, he doesn't get off until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I know he's tired. We're pretty much in the bed by 10 or 10:30, so we don't go out as much. We should, but we don't. But yeah, this combo I wore set at that particular Sunday beforehand, but these are nighttime fragrances, but you wear your fragrance when you want, where you want, how you want to wear them. This is like a nighttime combo, so if I even go out at night, I can see myself wearing this at nighttime. But I wore them in the daytime and smelled very lovely. I wasn't too out there. It was just a, I'm here, kind of vibe. This was beautiful, a beautiful combo. And then Black History Month, I did buy my fragrances. I am still waiting on my fragrance that I bought from Caromas. I think it's Caromas Aromas. And that is vanilla bourbon, because I'm not crazy behind the idea of vanilla. I am not a vanilla girly. Not like I have to have it. No, I want something like it's gonna, it's vanilla, yes, but it's gotta have some other stuff. Vanilla, I understand, is a note that most people wear in combination with other notes to create a beautiful fragrance. So I'm very much aware how vanilla complements a lot of fragrances. But to have vanilla as like maybe one of the prominent notes, maybe like at the base, or even at the, not at the base, but at the top or at the mid, it's not for me. But I do enjoy, vanilla. I'm just not a vanilla girly. I like florals. I like ouds. I'm just that type of girl. So this particular Sunday, which was in Black History, I wanted to kind of celebrate, me being an African American woman, just experiencing what, life would have been like, and just enjoy the process. So what I did was I picked up Mahogany Dreams Velvet Pear Essence. I put this as the base on my body that particular Sunday, and I want to say that was the last Sunday of the month, which was the 4th Sunday of February. So I put this on all over my body, smelled amazing, and then I put on as the base, which is Taliaferro's Harriet. Now Harriet is like an amber woodsy kind of fragrance, so I put this on to kind of see if I can kind of get it, a little bit sweet. I know but this is a little bit of sweet, but I wanted to kind of see if this would be sweetened. This is, like I said, amber wood. Yeah, it's a very interesting fragrance. And if you don't know, Harriet, meaning Harriet Tubman, the woman who helped thousands of African Americans travel from the South to the North to experience freedom as a, reformed slave, going up north, being free, and living your life as a free slave. So that's what this is. This is as a remembrance of Harriet Tubman, or who she was. So I put this on and I said, oh, this smells nice, but I also wanted to pull out an oldie but goodie, and I haven't worn her in so long, which is Remember When by Mare. This is a jasmine, vanilla, sandalwood fragrance. More so the jasmine is very prominent, and in my earlier videos I talked about this particular fragrance. This brings back so many memories for me because it reminds me of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, who wore jasmine-like fragrances, and they had to be loud and powerful when she went out for the weekend with her boyfriend. And I was a young child then, but I do remember her dressing up, getting ready to go to the club and putting on a jasmine scent and just be out the door. And I wouldn't see her till probably Saturday afternoon, if not Sunday. So, but this is called Remember When. Beautiful fragrance. This is local. The owner is local, African American, female led. So I wanted to pull her out, and smelled amazing. Now she has peony silk in her second line, which I talked about before. I used that one up like, ooh. When I got it, I think I used it up within like a few months. So I do need to get a bigger bottle of peony silk. And then she has another one. Now I don't want to know that I know the name, but I don't want to screw it up. So I'm not even gonna talk about it. But I know there is a third scent in her fragrance line. I cannot wait to get my nose on it. I may have to just travel to see what it's all about. But this is Remember When, and that's what I sprayed on my body back then. And she's pretty. She's a pretty fragrance. Helps me remember my time as a young woman. Even when I was a young child, seeing my grandmother just brought me back so many memories of that time. And that's what I put her on. And that is pretty much all of the scents that I wore so far. And I'm going to probably try to cut, edit, and make sure that the video is up, it's smooth and up and running, because I haven't did a video like this in so long. I've been well. The allergies has kind of calmed down some. It has its good days, it has its bad days, but I'm living life. I'm doing okay. My grandson's going to be 1 next week, so I am playing grandmother role, spending time with my boyfriend. I have a lot going on. But with each fragrance brings me a memory of something that I've experienced either in my childhood or in my teenage years or even into my adulthood that make me appreciate it and want to talk about it with each and every one of you. And I thank you for allowing me that opportunity to talk about fragrances. So, again, I hope you like my channel. Subscribe to my channel, because every like and every comment helps me become a better content creator, because I am exploring the journey of fragrances with each and every one of you. And if you are in the Houston area, August 14th or 15th, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have a global fragrance convention going on here. So I'm going to put the information up here. But Global Fragrance is a company that is now decided we're going to do a fragrance convention, and here in the city of Houston, very much needed, because not too many fragrance houses do events here in Houston. I don't know, maybe it's because of the trend of spring break and everything else going on, but a lot of people go to Dallas when they're doing their fragrance events. They don't talk about Houston much. So they came up with this idea, and 2 days, which is the 14th and 15th, they're going to be doing fragrances and fragrance houses. There's supposed to be 80 vendors here in the city of Houston that weekend, so you get the chance to explore different fragrance houses. I am so excited because I'm trying to not spend a whole lot of money, because I know I want to get a fragrance, maybe at least 2, maybe 3, while I'm at this conference on August 14th and 15th. So the information will be brought out about ticket sales on March 31st. So if you want to get your ticket information, wait till the 31st. But if you check out Global Convention on Instagram, as well as you Google it, you'll be able to see the vendors that have committed to being here for those 2 days for the conference, and it's going to be a great opportunity for me. I can't wait to see what fragrance houses is out there, as well as doing some networking, because I am a small content creator, but every time when I get the chance to see what is out there, meet fragrance influencers, talking with them, just trying to learn different notes, the chemistry with fragrance and how it plays with your body chemistry, all of that is so important. And as I go into the next version of who I am, and I want to be able to experience each and every opportunity that is provided. And this is one opportunity that you cannot miss. I'm not going to miss it, so you don't miss it. And the information will be listed up there. So with that being said, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have an amazing day, and enjoy your fragrances. Take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.